I received this book by accident, and what a happy accident that was. Mary-Kate and Ashley books are my guilty pleasure. They help me regress to my childhood if I need to escape from, just my own thoughts, if I just want to relax for a bit without having to think about my own reality. But I'd never read any of the Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley books. I don't even know if they were ever published in the UK or not, but they are relatively easy to get hold of online. But long story short, I'd actually ordered one of the Two of a Kind books, but they accidentally sent me The Case of Thorn Mansion. And not a problem, they refunded me the original price. I got to keep this book. And I feel really bad because I actually didn't predict the outcome. Now, just in case you are actually wanting to read this book, I'm not going to tell you what the mystery actually is or how it was resolved. But considering this book is aimed at probably around the 7-8-year-old range, the Olsen twins, I think, were about 9 years old when this TV series on which it's based were filmed. But I didn't figure it out, and I'm 28, and I felt quite bad about that. If you're unaware of what this book series is, this is, I think, book 10 out of 10 in the series. There is a TV show or TV series, The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley. They are nicknamed the Trenchcoat twins, and they solve mysteries. This later expanded into the New Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, where they're a little bit older. I haven't read any of those. This is the only Adventures of book I've read. Definitely keen to read more. And in this episode, the Trenchcoat twins head out to Thorn Mansion on their own, as you would at that age, and they discover that there is something sinister going on, and as the description from IMDb describes it, there's an eerie humming noise, from Amazon, sorry, there's an eerie humming noise, puddled of mysterious goo, and a strange thick fog. And with that description, what do you think it actually is? What is the threat? I couldn't work it out, and I was quite surprised at what it was. Pleasantly surprised. Obviously, this is not aimed at the adult reader, but for somebody who loves the Olsen twins, who grew up with the Olsen twins, it's a lovely way to just regress for, 20 minutes. It's not a very long book at all. The page count, I do not have the page count in front of me, but the book was published in 1997. And there are some photos in it. Obviously, this was from the TV show, so we get to see photos of the adventures. It's a very easy read, but as I said, I didn't expect the outcome. It very much echoes the Olsen's own life. Their brother Trent is in it. A fictitious version of their brother Trent, I guess. I don't know if the dog is really their dog. It's a basset hound, so I think that would be a massive coincidence if it was, because they're taking on this kind of Sherlock persona. Honestly, it's sweet. It's good fun. It's a huge guilty pleasure of mine. And I'm really glad that I received this accidentally, because I will now go and try and find the previous 9. And as I said, I think they're relatively easy to get hold of. I'm still just over the moon that am I over the moon? When reading it, I was really pleasantly surprised that I couldn't work out what the mystery actually was. I had an idea in my head of what I thought it could be, but I was completely wrong. So on the one hand, reading it was a great thrill because I hadn't expected that and I was quite gobsmacked. On the other hand, I'm a writer of crime fiction. I spend hours and hours each week watching true crime documentaries, and I could not figure out from the clues what the mystery was in this children's book. I'm not really sure how to analyse that, but the book itself is very sweet and good fun. Obviously, for the average adult reader who's got no interest in the Olsens, it's not going to be for you. But for a younger reader, absolutely, the language isn't too complicated. It's unpredictable, as I said, and the images kind of help you to bring things to life. Honestly, it's pretty good fun.